I will save you months trying to figure out what is the best business model to start, and then I will show you how to start it step by step and how to get it to at least $10,000 a month, just as I did. But first, let me explain you what business models exist. There are four types of businesses that exist. The first one is e-commerce slash dropshipping, where you buy products from China and you resell them. You probably saw this business model all over the internet, where all the gurus promote this business model. They share this fancy lifestyle, living in Dubai, going on yachts, lots of girls. They sold you this lifestyle. But what no one tells about dropshipping is that this business model has really low profit margins. When I say low profit margins, I mean 10, maybe 20% maximum. So if you make $10,000 in revenue, you only get to keep $1,000 for yourself. And not only that, you have high expenses in this business model, and it's not fulfilling. Because let's be honest, you're just reselling crappy products from China. This is actually the first business model I tried, but I failed in this business model. Not because I didn't have the knowledge, not because I didn't know this. This contributed, yes. But another thing that no one tells about is that to start this business model, you have to have high capital. When I started, I was 16, teenager living in Bulgaria. Dude, I'm starting business to make money. I didn't have any money to invest in inventory, in Facebook ads, in website, nothing. But no guru on the internet will tell you this. So I'm here to save your time and save you all of this trial and error that you go through. This business model works as long as you have huge capital, I mean multiple four figures to start. And even though when you start there's a lot of competition, you sell crappy products from China, and also you have low profit margins. This is something that no one talks about. The next business model that you probably seen all over the internet is this trading, crypto stuff, NFT stuff. Again, the same thing goes here for trading. You have to have high capital to make the trading works, first and foremost. And second, it's super risky. Literally, you have no control over the business because the market can crash literally the next second. Then you have no control. So your whole life and business is dependent on someone or something else. I think no one wants to lose control. Like, we all start business to be free, to have this financial and location freedom. And how can we be free when we're dependent on someone else? It doesn't work like that. The third business model that you probably saw that is kind of trending is SMMA, social media marketing. Again, we have a lot of gurus selling you this lifestyle, selling you this business model, but I'm here just to show you the reality based on my experience. The SMMA business, you're simply trading time for money, unless you have a team. And when you have team, guess what happens? Your profit margins go below 50%, they can be 30, 40%, which means if you make $10,000 a month, you get to keep $3,000 to $4,000 for yourself. But that's when you have a team, and having the team on itself is another problem. Plus, you have 10 plus bosses crushing your head every single day because they have a demand. Hey, deliver me this, deliver my service. You're all over the place and you are super stressed. Which lead me to the last business model, the one that I'm doing, and not only I, all of the other gurus that you see online, all of them do this business model. Done for you slash consulting business model. They teach you how to start SMMA, they teach you how to start trading, and they teach you how to start dropshipping. Which means they don't do these businesses themselves. They teach you how to do it, which is the consulting business model. And my advice is always, do not look at successful people, don't listen to what they tell you. Look at their actions. And their actions clearly show that consulting business model is what they're doing. This is the meta. This is what everyone is doing. And if you get on this now, you'll breed a lot of success in future. And this is what this full course is all about. To show you how to start your coaching business, even if you have no experience, and I will show you all of the steps you have to take to get it to at least $10,000 a month. Why you should choose this business model, you may ask. First and foremost, you have high profit margins. This is 80% or more. And you have 100% profit margins when you're alone. I'm talking 80% when you have a team, which is still a lot compared to all of these business models. It's super fulfilling, the most important thing about this business model, because you get to teach other people, you get to change their lives, and the best part is that your income is a reflection of the impact you make, which means the more people you help, the more money you're going to make. And of course, it is easy to start. If you have any knowledge or skills that you want to teach other people and you want to make an impact and income, this business model is for you. But let me give you a high level overview first of all for those of you who don't know about this business model. The coaching business model is essentially you selling your knowledge or expertise. And this knowledge could be literally anything. Here are just a few examples of what you can sell. The list, it goes on, and my pages wouldn't be enough to share with you all of these examples. But as long as you have achieved some sort of transformation in your life, or you have some sort of skill, knowledge, or expertise, this is for you. And no, you don't need to have a certificate, diploma, any kind of this bullshit. I don't have it. Most of the clients I work with, none of them have it. And let me break this limiting belief that you have right now with this cool story. You probably watched this movie, Catch Me If You Can, where Leonardo DiCaprio plays the main role of Mr. Abagnale. The whole concept behind this movie is that Mr. Abagnale becomes a teacher, a pilot, all of these things. And fun fact, he doesn't have a degree, diploma, college certificate, nothing. And you may ask how he became a pilot, how he became a teacher without these things. Super simple. He was just one lesson ahead of his target audience. And the same thing goes for you. You don't have to be an expert, you don't have to have this huge transformation in your life. You simply have to be one step ahead of your target audience. And now you may ask, why this is the best business model? First of all, because anyone can do this as a complete beginner. I want to highlight this, as a complete beginner. Of course, you get to access the power of the content economy, which is the new meta right now. And the best part is that you can do this from anywhere in the world, as long as you have your phone and your laptop near you. And the whole online education industry is booming right now, especially after COVID, because COVID forced even traditional universities to go online, and people are hungry for online education more than ever. So this is your chance. And the truth is that as long as you have any skill, knowledge in any niche, and you can improve the quality of someone's life, you have no excuses why you don't have a six-figure consulting business. And this training will show you how to do this step by step. But before I show you the steps you have to take, let me break another limiting belief that you might have, which is, why would someone pay me? Why would someone pay me for my knowledge? I'm not worthy of running a coaching business. I can't. No, people don't pay for information. They actually pay for transformation. Yes, you can find weight loss information online, that's for sure. You can find relationship information online, that's for sure. You can find business advice online for free. That's right. But let me give you this example. Let's say you want to climb Everest. You have two options. The first option is that you could buy a map for $19 at the airport, or even you can find this map for free. That's one of the options you have. And the second option is that you could pay $20,000 to hire a Sherpa to handhold you to the top. Tell me, why does no one take the cheap or the free route and people pay $20,000 to hire Sherpa? I'll answer why. It is because Sherpa offers hands-on support for when you inevitably get stuck. Sherpa will give you this true accountability to ensure that you're making steady progress. And Sherpa has a community. You're not alone in fighting through climbing Mount Everest. And the same reason is why people buy premium coaching programs. It is because your coaching program, when the client gets stuck, you have coaching goals to get the questions answered directly. There is true accountability to ensure that people are getting the work done. And there is a sense of community because you're fighting through the problem together. And now that you know which business model is the best, and you know why you have to start it, let me give you a step-by-step process on how to start this business from scratch and get it to at least $10,000 a month. But before that, I would like to set some realistic expectations to you. Because I'm not here to tell you that you make this $10,000 the next day by you sitting on your couch all day. I wish it was that easy. But you have to be prepared to do a lot of work. Anyone selling you a dream where you will achieve results quick, without any work, please be aware. I'm not this kind of person because I fall for this trap and I don't want you to fall for this trap. I just want to tell you, if you're a beginner, it will take a lot more time for you to see results than someone who is intermediate or advanced. There are a lot of factors that depends on your success. The factors is your skills, is your knowledge about business. It is your followers count. It is your sales, marketing skills, appointment setting skills. There are a lot of factors that you should know before setting some sort of expectations. But this thing that you see right here is simply something that can give you some sort of orientation. Because these are the average results my clients got after working with me. For you, this might be different. Every single person is different. They have different knowledge, skill set, niches, audience, all of these factors. So keep that in mind because you will see a lot of success online, especially in my program since our clients got a lot of success. But keep in mind that there are a lot of factors that contribute to this success. So I just wanted to know. Do the work and do not compare your chapter number 1 to someone else chapter 24. And before I show you the step-by-step roadmap, I would like to share with you a few mindset shifts that can help you go through this situation, go through this business model, because it will be hard. You have a lot of times when you want to quit. It will be miserable. You have to do a lot of work. So I want to equip you with the right mindset shifts that you have to make. First and foremost is to choose progress over perfection. Remember that your only goal after you watch this training is simply to master your daily routine. What do I mean? You get a step-by-step framework. So your goal is simply to focus on doing this every single day. Remove any sort of time expectations and choose progress over perfection, because you never have the perfect circumstances. So why would you wait? Just take action anyway. Take imperfect action. Of course, I want you to remember to trust the process. Because if you're starting out with little to no social media audience, you might need extra time to grow and nurture this audience. Remember, the coaching business is not a zero-sum game. Some people think you either make money or you fail. No, no, and no. This is not a zero-sum game. In the coaching business, in this free course right now, you're learning complex, high-income skills that will pay the bill for the rest of your life. So be prepared and trust the process. When you trust the process, remember to make data-driven decisions, because your success is dependent on this. It is dependent on you making decisions based on data, not feelings. And the best part about the coaching business model is that success leaves clue. You can see a competitor's content strategy. It is transparent. You can see their programs. You can get ideas, inspiration from their content, from their programs. So please, use this to your advantage to identify what topics are proven to work, what offers works, what hooks works in your niche, and then you can analyze this, you can determine what works best for your audience, and this is how you can make data-driven decisions. And yes, you face resistance daily. You read this right. Business is not easy. It will never be easy. Remember that. But this resistance that you face, all of this discomfort, it is a sign of growth. The same goes for the gym. When you go to the gym, when your muscles are fatigued, when they're burning, this is when they're growing. The same thing is for business. When you feel this discomfort, it's when you are actually growing. So just take action, even if you don't feel confident. Remember that. Now, let me share with you the mindset that a successful coach has. So far, I helped more than 100 coaches to successfully grow and scale their businesses. And this is what I observe all of the successful people have. As the same with everything else, in the coaching business, in life, everywhere, it is essential that you have the right mindset to success. The chart below that you see right now will summarize the difference between most people and coaches who strive to change lives and impact the world in a positive way. Society conditions us to have false beliefs towards money and selling. We all have them, let's be honest. Therefore, if you want to succeed with the coaching business and any kind of business, you have to break down these mental barriers in marketing and sales. What 99% of coaches do, by the way, this 99% of coaches are not successful. They follow society blindly. They think that money is the root of all evil, and they think that selling is greedy. But if you really want to succeed, you have to be amongst this 1% of coaches. The 1% who succeed. The 1% creates their own path. They know that money is how you change the world. They know that selling is how you change lives. And they have this mindset installed in them. If you have a service that can change someone's life in a positive way, then it is your moral and ethical obligation to sell this. I want you to install this in your mind right now if you really want to succeed. But that's enough for the mindset, for the business model. You understood. Now let me show you what system you're going to follow to successfully grow your coaching business. The reason why my clients get such amazing results that you can see by clicking in the first link in the description is because they follow the ACR selling system that I developed personally. The ACR selling system stands for attention, content, conversion, conversations, closing, and results. And this is how the system can be presented. It can be presented as some sort of a funnel. So the first step when it comes to growing and building your coaching business is building your social media. When it comes to building your social media, my advice is to do an account research first and foremost. Consider 5 or 10 social media accounts that you admire and you would want to emulate for your page. Once you find these pages, ask yourself, what do I like about these pages? What is the theme all of them have? What is the nature of their content? Ask yourself these questions. Write them down, and then you must combine all of your favorite aspects of each of them, and this is how you create your own Frankenstein version. But you don't need to create actually a new account. You can simply use your current account, the social media account that you have, You just need to update the description with bullet points that describe what kind of coach you are. Then you can create an announcement that you'll begin your coaching journey, and then you'll begin uploading content. I want you to consider your social media as a business card. That's what it is all about. We don't use social media to mindlessly scroll and waste time. No, we use it as your business card. If someone stumbles across your profile, would they recognize you as a coach? Ask yourself these questions once you optimize your page. And you can use your social media to advantage, because the whole idea here is not to become popular or have a mass amount of following. I don't have it. And I built a six-figure coaching business anyway. I don't have big audience. I don't have millions of followers. No, but I still built a six-figure coaching business at age 20. Because I built my social media the right way. I would rather have just 100 raving fans than 10,000 random followers. And the same goes for you. Do not focus on the vanity metrics such as numbers, likes, all of these things. Focus on clients and the impact that you make in this world. And now that you have your social media account created, it is time to turn all of these viewers into raving fans, therefore clients. So this is your page optimization guide. For your username in your social media, you want to keep it simple and short to the point. You can see mine is Business GMP. Simple as that. People should easily remember your username, and it should be directly related to your content and brand. Of course, it should be professional, and I would advise you to avoid any special characters like commas, underscores, or any sort of numbers. The next thing after the username for your page optimization is the page name itself. Ideally, I would recommend you to put your name here, as it establishes you as the brand, and of course it will help you establish rapport with the audience. Next to your name, you can put something that gives you authority, such as business coach, mindset coach, and it can be divided by a forward slash. However, if you're not comfortable with putting your name out there, then you can do the second option, which is the SEO hack. Simply use 3 keywords that reflect your niche. It can be fitness, fasting, weight loss, if you're in the fitness industry. If you're in business, it can be business, mindset, money, something like this. The reason why we do this is because you boost your chances to rank when people search for a keyword. And you also want to make it look professional. Here's an example of my page name. Berk, Client Acquisition Coach. And you want to make it eye-catching and memorable, of course. It should be recognizable. Simple as that. For your profile picture, just use PFP Maker. A professional, clear picture of you where people can see your face. Because people buy from people, not from random accounts. Remember that. Now you have your profile picture, your username, the page name. The next thing is your bio. When people see your bio, that's basically what decides if they will stay on your page or not. That's why you want to make your bio eye-catching and professional at the same time. You can use emojis because they draw attention, but use them moderately, however. Of course, you can link your website, like in your bio. You can put a link tree. You can shorten your link by using bit.ly, or you can simply put your calendar where people can schedule calls with you. And here's the perfect bio. What framework should follow? The perfect bio has 3 lines. The first line is where you call a specific community in group. For example, helping teenagers to start affiliate marketing. The second line shows a social proof. For example, made $5,000 via affiliate. And the third line is when we have a call to action. DM me Shark for a paid membership, or just click the link in the description to schedule a call with me. And this is the final results of your bio. Clean, well optimized, and when someone lands on your profile, they immediately know what kind of coach you are. And now that you have your social media, it is optimized. The third step is to identify your perfect client. Because in marketing, there is a saying: if you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one. This is why we have to find your perfect client avatar. To figure out who your ideal client is, ask yourself, what type of coach should I be? So at a high level, think about what I'm passionate about. What makes me feel alive? What talents do I have, or what talents am I willing to learn? When those two things collide, your passions and your abilities, it is the first sign that you are on the correct track with your coaching business. If you're not a coach yet, let me break it to you. You've been helping people even if you didn't get paid so far. You help. Think about when someone comes to you for advice. That's a pattern of what people trust you for. So think about that. Recognize the skills and the trustability that you have. And the best thing that you can have is to expand the sphere of influence and create a business relationship where you help people go through challenges and give them support to grow. My best advice when it comes to identifying your perfect client is that your ideal client is your past self. It is you a few months ago, it is you a few years ago. Remember that and don't overcomplicate this whole process. And when you know who is your ideal client, the next logical question is, what can you offer them? Because to make money, you have to offer people something so they can pay you. Even if you're even feel that you're not good enough or ready, just consider this. Because a lot of people told me, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, I can't charge. Just consider your knowledge and rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. How much do you know about the topic that you'll be coaching people? Ask yourself this. Then think about all of the 7.5 billion people on the earth, or maybe 8 billion people so far. How would you grade the average person on the planet in your category of knowledge? Do you comprehend how valuable you are and how much you have to offer to this world? Consider this version that existed 3 to 5 years ago and consider what was important to you at that time. Consider what your past version needed, what knowledge it had. This is what you have to offer. Ask yourself, what did I need when I was my ideal client? And this is how you're going to build your program. It is easy as that. Here are a few questions that you can ask yourself. Just pause the video, write them down, and answer them in depth. They will give you the answer on what you will offer to your ideal clients. And here is some more help with finding your goldmine niche. Your mess is your message. This is a quote I live by. Your mess is your message. That's why I'm telling you, your ideal client is your past self in the last 3 to 5 years. The mess you had in the past is your message. This is what you will spread, and this is what will get people hooked. For your niche, for your client, if you still haven't got an idea of what to do, remember, it should be your story or skill, or your goldmine niche can be something where you sell about your passions and hobbies. Just ask yourself, what have I achieved in the wealth, health, or relationship industry? Have I started some business? Have I landed some dream jobs? Have I crushed my careers? Have I got any early promos? Have I found a way to make more money? Ask yourself these questions. If you want to choose the wealth industry, ask yourself what sort of transformation I have achieved in fitness. Have I lost any weight? Do I know something about eating healthy, nutrition, hormones, high performance? For relationship, have I achieved some results in dating? Have I achieved some valuable and meaningful friendships? Do I have a loving spouse, fiance? Do I have a loving wife, husband, whatever? When choosing your niche, remember that they should fall under one of these 3 categories: wealth, health, and relationships. It is easy as that. And remember to fish where the fish are. This is where you can find your goldmine niche. Once you have a clarity on who is your ideal client, what is a goldmine niche, and what you offer people, remember, We have to fish where the fish are in order to attract these clients to you and sell them something. Ask yourself, are other people already successful selling programs and courses around this topic? If the answer is yes, most likely the niche and the offer that you chose are correct. You can ask yourself, are your prospects aware that they have a problem? Do your prospects have an urgent desire to solve a problem? All of these questions that you see right here, ask yourself these questions. If the answer is yes to all of them, this means that you found the right niche and the right offer, and you're good to move to the next steps. If the answers are no, just consider your niche again, consider your client avatar again, and consider your offer again. Because this is the most important thing. If you don't get this right, guess what? You'll never succeed, because this is the foundation. The foundation for the business is building an irresistible offer, and this offer have to make sense to the market that you offer this. For the sake of time, you can just access this document down below in the resource section, and you can find all of these questions. Just grab this document, open, see these questions, answer all of them, because they will show you exactly how to find your niche and how to craft your offer. When you're ready with these things, just continue watching this, because now I will show you where the real magic happens. I will show you how to attract high ticket clients. At the end of the day, we run business, we don't run charity, so we want to get paying clients. And I want to tell you a secret. Enrolling $2,000 clients is way more easier than enrolling $50 clients. Remember this. So, shall we get started? Let's get it. The first step when it comes to attracting high ticket clients is to have a clear message. People will never follow, engage, or reach out to you and ask you about your product if they don't know what you're doing, if they don't know that you exist, and if they don't know that you can actually help them. This is why we need a clear message. Being super creative with your brand message and content is not the best solution. One of the easiest and simplest way to identify your brand message, but still add your own swing and have this clear message in order to attract clients, is to follow this 3-step process. First of all is to identify the problem that your ideal client has. Then identify the process that you implement to help them. Third, identify the promise that you make with your coaching program. Here is an example of one of my first coaching programs. I help existing and aspiring coaches that are looking to grow an online presence. My ACR selling system is my process, and the promise is that you grow to 10,000 in 90 days. And the final version, my message was, I help coaches make client acquisition easy through personal branding and grow to $10,000 a month in 90 days. And now that you know this structure, it is your turn. It is your turn to build your message. Your message, which is the first step to start getting clients. Otherwise, if people don't know what you do, how do you expect them to give you the credit cards? You can't. You can't. The second step, after you identify a clear message, is to speak directly to your ideal clients. Of course, in my paid program, the Sales Fast Track program, I have many copywriting tips and tricks on how to speak directly to your clients. But honestly, this is where a lot of coaches go wrong. Their words simply don't speak to the ideal clients, and they lose them in the very first sentence of their posts. Remember these 2 very important aspects that are often missing by many coaches, because if you miss these 2 important aspects, you'll never be able to speak directly to ideal clients and therefore attract them. The first important aspect is to write your content exactly as if you would say it loud. And the second thing is to use the exact words that your ideal clients are using. And here's a mini exercise that you can do to successfully implement this and start creating content that speaks directly to your ideal audience. First thing, I want you to think about this for a minute. Close your eyes now and imagine that you're sitting on a sofa with your best friend. Now tell your friends about the transformation that you can create for your clients. Talk about the fears. Talk about how strong these fears are. Talk about your strategy. Talk about your method. Talk about the energy they will get. Can you feel the passion in the conversation? You have a lot of passion in this conversation. Am I right? I hope I am right. Because this is how you should write your post. You should write your post as you're speaking directly to ideal clients. Write as you're writing your content loud and use the exact words that your ideal clients will use. By using this framework, by using this mental exercise, you can create social media content, YouTube videos, TikTok videos, whatever you want to do. And of course, in the document that you can access down below, you can get this bonus exercise where you will get 4 types of content that you can use so you can attract high ticket clients towards your offer. And the next thing for attracting clients is to get in front of your audience. You should be growing your audience every single day. And if you aren't, something is wrong. We do not want to chase people. We want to get in front of them, which is the end goal of the coaching business, to start attracting clients. And you need to be seen so people can invest in your program, because money follows attention. Remember this. There are many ways to get in front of ideal clients, and the first step is to first investigate where your ideal client is already. And you can find places where your ideal client gather. For example, this can be Facebook groups, this can be blogs they read, this can be podcasts they listen. I gave a few examples here. But what I want you to do right now is to think for a moment and put yourself in your client's shoes. If I were my ideal client, where I would be? School groups, Facebook groups, YouTube videos, Instagram accounts. Ask yourself. Find these places, and then you want to get in front of your ideal clients. Because once they know that you exist, you want to talk about your program. If you don't talk about your program, how do you expect people to buy? How do you expect people to buy your program? They will never buy your program if you don't talk about it. And how can you talk about this? You want to talk about your program in the DMs by being in direct conversations / communication with your clients. And this is the 7th step about growing your business. Once you have your niche, your offer in place, once you know how to generate attention, it is time to speak with your ideal clients and try to book them for a phone calls. Because in these phone calls is where you will sell your program. And I'll give you the exact messaging script that I used personally to book appointments. Then I'll give you the sales script that I used to close all of these appointments, and all of these steps that you saw right here, they helped me generate 6 figures at age 20. I want to be respectful for your time, because I know you don't want to watch an hour-long video, even though we are super close to the hour. What I want you to do, in order to learn the exact sales strategies I used, is to click the first link in the description, because this is where you can find this exact document. It will give you all of the steps. It is 24 pages, pure value, step by step. If you just follow this, if you're consistent, I guarantee you'll get to $10,000 a month. For some people, it will take a few weeks. For some people, a few months. For some people, a few years, because it all depends on the background, and I think you got my point in the very beginning of this video. But as long as you're willing to do the work daily, go through this misery. Of course, it's not the misery, I'm just kidding, you have to enjoy the process, it's super good. But you have to do a lot of work. As long as you're willing to follow this process, you easily get to $10,000 a month. Go, open this document, print it, read it, do all of these exercises, follow this daily, and come back in a few weeks or months and thank me in the comment section about the success that you achieved.